Physics, astronomy, and astrophysics. Physics is the branch of science concerned with the nature and properties of matter and energy. The subject matter of physics, distinguished from that of chemistry and biology, includes mechanics, heat, light, and other radiation, sound, electricity, magnetism, and the structure of atoms. Even if uneducated in the formal science of physics, mankind uses experiential knowledge on a daily basis without even realizing. With practice, we are able to determine how much force and what angles are used to throw or kick a ball to a desired target. Driving with experience, we become aware of the physical properties and limitations of our vehicles, making it easier for us to maneuver machines that weigh thousands of pounds. To make tea or coffee, we must put water over a heat source until it begins to boil. The water molecules heat up and if left for too long will dissipate into vapor. By taking the water off of our heat source, the water cools down for us to drink and can even be frozen and saved for later. Though many believe that the study of the atom is a modern science, the Greek philosopher Leucippus and his pupil Democritus hypothesized about the structure of atoms over 25 centuries ago. They believed that the atom was the smallest particle and is the construct of every object. The Qur'an confirms that indeed there are atoms.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَمَا تَكُونُ فِي شَأْنٍ وَمَا تَتْلُو مِنْهُ مِنْ قُرْآنٍ وَلَا تَعْمَلُونَ مِنْ عَمَلٍ إِلَّا كُنَّا عَلَيْكُمْ شُهُودًا إِذْ تُفِيضُونَ فِيهِ وَمَا يَعْزُبُ عَنْ رَبِّكَ مِنْ مِثْقَالِ ذَرَّةٍ في الأرض ولا في السماء ولا أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين.
Nor is hidden from thy Lord the weight of an atom on the earth or in heaven, and not the least and not the greatest of these things, but are recorded in a clear record. The word atom is derived from the Greek atomos, which means indivisible. However, today there is the threat of nuclear weapons that generate terrible devastation by the splitting of atomic particles. In 1874, G. Johnstone Stoney, postulated matter smaller than atoms, also known as subatomic particles. The information regarding existence of subatomic particles is also mentioned in the Qur'an.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو الرحيم الغفور وقال الذين كفروا لا تأتينا الساعة قل بلى وربي لتأتينكم عالم الغيب لا يعزب عنه مثقال ذرة في السماوات ولا في الأرض أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين ليجزي الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم.
Astronomy is the branch of science that deals with celestial objects, space, and the physical universe as a whole. Astrophysics is the branch of astronomy concerned with the physical nature of stars and other celestial bodies and the application of the laws and theories of physics to the interpretation of astronomical observations. In order to study these branches of knowledge, we must first ask questions which lead us to the idea of cause and effect. As stated earlier, science is the study of things that are already in motion. Where did these things generate from? Cause and effect is a term which means that an outcome is determined by the events that preceded it. For example, if you want your body to continue to function properly, nourish it with food and water and perform some kind of physical activity. As humans, however, we do not have complete control over the effect for several reasons. Because we are part of this universe, we are subject to the laws that rule it. Another reason is that we are limited in what we can do. We do not have power to change the laws that we study. This is important because these laws, such as gravity, are in motion and have remained constant, which is what makes them laws. This means that there is a cause behind the order, or the effect. Without the desire, or will to be constant, there would be chaos and no laws. Because these laws are only studied by man and not created or changed by man, there must be a higher being who created these laws in the first place. If you walked past a beautiful house completed with plumbing, heating, and a cooling system, electric power, beautiful design of architecture, and maintained lawns, immediately you would attribute this to men or women, and you would be correct in doing so, for it would not be possible for this well thought out construction to have happened by chance. But when it comes to the physical laws that govern the universe and causes life to exist, we attribute these perfectly sound mathematical correct laws to mere chance. The probability of the universe occurring by chance is 0.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم ينظروا في ملكوت السماوات والأرض وما خلق الله من شيء وأن عسى أن يكون قد اقترب أجلهم وأن عسى أن يكون قد اقترب أجلهم فبأي حديث بعده يؤمنون.
The initial gaseous mass, or primary nebula. According to astronomers and astrophysicists, the universe was initially one big mass, known as the primary nebula. Scientists agree that before the galaxies in the universe were formed, celestial matter was initially in the form of gaseous matter. Huge gaseous matter, or clouds, were present before the formation of the galaxies. To describe initial celestial matter, the word smoke is more appropriate than gas. The following Quranic verse refers to this state of the universe by the word dukhan, which means smoke.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طائعين.
Then he rose over towards the heaven when it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, "Come both of you, willingly or unwillingly." They both said, "We come willingly." The Big Bang, also known as the secondary separation, is the term used for the theory in which our universe came to be. The explosion from the primary nebula resulted in the formation of galaxies, including our own Milky Way galaxy. Light, time, gravity, fire, water, stars, planets, humans, animals, plant life, insects, and so on down to the tiniest atom, all were created from this initial spark. Allah confirms the Big Bang in the Qur'an.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Have not those who disbelieve known that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one piece? Then we parted them? The expanding universe. In 1925, the American astronomer Edwin Hubble provided evidence that all galaxies are receding from one another, which means that the universe is expanding. Professor Stephen Hawking is the former Lucasian professor of mathematics at the University of Cambridge and author of A Brief History of Time, which was an international bestseller. In his book, Professor Hawking says that Hubble's discovery that the universe is expanding was one of the great intellectual revolutions of the 20th century. This knowledge was revealed to an illiterate man over 14 centuries ago. The telescope, the tool that was used to prove this information, was not invented until almost 1,000 years after the passing of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلا أقسم بالخنس الجوار الكنس والليل إذا عسعس والصبح إذا تنفس إنه لقول رسول كريم ذي قوة عند ذي العرش مكين مطاع ثم أمين
Galaxies. A galaxy is a system of millions or billions of stars, together with gas and dust, held together by gravitational attraction. Among the countless galaxies in the universe is the Milky Way galaxy, which is where our solar system is located. The term Milky Way is a translation from the Greek Kyklos Galaktikos, and even older, the Indo-Aryan Akash Ganges, or Kira. It is derived from the appearance of a dim, milky glowing band across the night sky. The fact that this faint band of light is made up of stars was proven in 1610 when Galileo Galilei used his telescope to resolve it into individual stars. In the 1920s, observations by astronomer Edwin Hubble showed that the Milky Way is just one of many galaxies. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, 100,000 to 120,000 light-years in diameter, containing 200 to 400 billion stars, with at least the same amount of planets. The galaxy as a whole is moving at a velocity of 552 to 630 kilometers per second. The galaxy rotates once every 15 to 50 million years. It is estimated to be about 13.2 billion years old, nearly as old as the universe. The galactic center is marked by an intense radio source named Sagittarius A. This concentration of mass is best explained as a supermassive black hole, with an estimated mass of 4 to 4.5 billion times the mass of our Sun. Observations indicate that there are supermassive black holes located near the center of most galaxies. A black hole is a region of space-time whose gravitational field is so strong that nothing which enters it, not even light, can escape. The theory of general relativity predicts that a sufficiently compact mass will deform space-time to form a black hole. It is called black because it absorbs all the light that hits the horizon, reflecting nothing. Once a black hole has formed, it can continue to grow by absorbing additional matter. Black holes will continually absorb gas and interstellar dust from its surroundings and omnipresent cosmic background radiation, including other black holes, thereby coagulating to form a supermassive black hole. According to a theory postulated by Professor Hawking, black holes lose mass by emitting photons and other particles. Over time, they shrink and evaporate. The larger the mass of the black hole, the longer the lifespan it has. Stellar mass black holes are created when a star 20 or more times the size of our own Sun runs out of fuel in their cores. They rapidly cool and collapse, and the shock wave of the collapse explodes the star, which is also known as a supernova. The dense core of the star can be held together by gravity and is crushed under its own weight. The mass of an entire star is concentrated onto one point in space.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم وإنه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم إنه لقرآن كريم في كتاب مكنون لا يمسه إلا المطهرون تنزيل من رب العالمين